as it'll be the New York Jets and their inner-city rivals, the New York Giants. It's the battle for New York, or New Jersey for that matter. The Giants and Jets are underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wilson. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Play action. It's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the 4th. And right away, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check, check.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. This one caught by Kittle, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Throwing is Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Giants will take over here at their own 12-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Carr's throw complete to McBride. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
That's complete to McBride. And not able to get any further as he's taken down right there at the 26. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Shotgun now for Carr. Complete. Smith has it. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Cobb in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Robert Spillane. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A strong running. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10.
Now Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Well, you talk about this Jets defense.
They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Carr now to throw.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football.
Here's 3rd and 6.
As they've got it as we resume action. Now a play fake. Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
Gallup in motion right.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Randall Cobb. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. There's Wilson to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's Tommy Townsend now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Randall Cobb. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run again with Breida. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Third down and 1. Now Wilson changing the play. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Jets. Darius Slayton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away.
Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin.
Pulled in at the 24. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And the Jets will take over.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a third-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play action. Now it's Carr.
That's Gallup on the slant.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Deep in the red zone, seemed like they had their mind made up that that was 4-down territory, and now they've got it inside the 5.
I like the way you looked at that because you're thinking just like a play caller and a head coach who gave the play caller that authority. It was 4-down territory. They went for it, picked it up. They didn't get the touchdown, but what a great consolation prize. A new set of downs and another shot at the end zone.
They'll come out in the pistol. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for the deep ball.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Keely Ringo picks it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
In motion left goes Jennings. Here's Carr to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Take it at the 37.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Catch made by Slayton.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now Wilson on first down. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
In motion, it's Miller.
Running out of the gun here, Breida.
To about the 26 here.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Yeah, Wilson going to change things up here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On second down, a run with Breida.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. On third down, a run from Breida. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. Gay's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Hey, check back the line. Check back the line. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I
come. Going right back to Akers. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And now they'll shift things around. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here. In this third quarter. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for New York. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
57's the mark. Watch 57. You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see. You don't want.
Here's Wilson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Wilson. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now it's Wilson. Check down to Breida. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, Wilson. And the
throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They run for it with Breida. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right, because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal, too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give them good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10.
What's tight? Tight is what? What's tight? Tight is what? Even. 4 down. Even. 57 the mark. 57 the mark.
Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his...
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Byron Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion right comes Cobb.
Let's go, defense. Get down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Lets it fly deep for Cobb.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Joker. I got motion.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
You got nothing. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Come on, baby. 57 is the Mike. Mike 57. It's just me and you.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw here. This is taken in by McBride. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown! Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Carr going to look to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. 57's the mic. 734. Express. 57's right. Hey, pick your game up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And he's got it inside the 10.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Third down and 10.
I got you. I got you. 6-18.
Throwing now is Carr.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Giants come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So a victory here for the men in blue. The New